In the previous video, I talked about how Cloudaware CMDB brings the data from Amazon, how we can use Breeze Agent to bring in the data from the operating systems, and most important aspect of bringing in the data from the operating system is the patching data. So in this particular example below, I can see what patches are outstanding on my machine, and we talked about that. The couple of items I want to cover in this video are vulnerability scan results and support for the Azure Security Center. So just to quickly recap, Cloudaware brings in the data from Azure, brings in the data from billing, Breeze brings the data from the operating system, but Cloudaware also understands the Azure Security Center API, and here in the top bar you can see the security status of this machine. By bringing this data into the CMDB, we can now report on this data. We can run workflows, dashboards, we can do trending. So all of the data, once it's CMDB, it becomes very actionable. And so here as far as the security center goes, you can see the data about the system status, the operating system vulnerabilities, whether the disk encryption is on. Then conveniently below, we also see the data about the firewall rules that are open. That's one of the conveniences of CMDB. It brings all the data that's relevant into a single page. But here I want to spend some time talking about this part where we see the operating system vulnerabilities. So how does this data get in there? And so the Breeze agent that we've discussed before enables vulnerability scanning. In Cloudaware's licenses, we can do vulnerability scanning both using Nessus and Rapid7. Those are two currently supported vulnerability scanning agents. When you subscribe to a vulnerability scanning service, that's all you need to do. The Breeze agent deploys the scanning software, does the scan, and so does those scans on a weekly basis. And then we can see those scan results. And just like everything else, it's dashboardable, it's reportable, it's workflowable, so we can deal with all that data in CMDB. And interestingly, in this example, Cloudaware Azure Security Center says that the operating system is low as far as vulnerability goes. But in this case, we did a scan with a Nessus, and Nessus very much disagrees with Azure Security Center, says not really. There are some critical vulnerabilities, and it actually tells us what those vulnerabilities are, and we have the CVSS score, and we can actually drill down into that vulnerability and see more details about this, and some explanations, how it was discovered and what's the issue and how to mitigate it. And I know those things are available to us inside Cloudaware. So that's a quick introduction into Security Center and vulnerability scanning.